The ability to adapt is one of the keys to success or doing anything well. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to change. Adaptability is the quality of being able to adjust to new conditions. Some say the ability to adapt is the new competitive advantage. It applies to every aspect of life. But today, I just want to talk a little bit about how that applies to hiking and photography.
We are about to climb up that mountain with a 20 kilo pack on. It's gonna be brutal.
When doing long hikes, the body has to adapt to walking long distances. And depending on where you are going and how far you are going, the heavier the pack can get. And that means the more your body will need to adapt to the weight and distance. I've slowly built up my strength and equipment for long hiking trips, up to maybe a week, over many years of hiking. I'm always trying to get better to get to the next level so I can go on even longer trips. But no matter how fit and prepared I am, it is still brutal to hike up a mountain with a 20+ kilo pack on.
I think we are about halfway up the mountain at the moment. The top just looks so close, but the sun is killing us. I think it's about 30 degrees Celsius. I haven't hiked like this with a 20-something kilo pack on for a little while, so my fitness is definitely not up to par. But just gotta take it step by step and just keep going.
Everything that is easy without a pack suddenly becomes much harder. On top of potentially carrying a heavy load, you also need to adapt to the trail and environment.
Bring plenty of water. If you're hiking in hot climates, lots of water.
Every location is different, so you need different equipment that is suitable for the location you're going to. So you need to do your research before every hike to know what equipment you need. I always try to be over-prepared than under-prepared, just in case anything bad happens. On the trail, you may encounter obstacles, such as a rock or tree that you need to climb over, and you will need to think outside the box and work as a team to overcome it. And on a hard day of hiking, music may be a good way to boost morale. But just be mindful if there are anybody else around, as they may not want music when they're in nature or just not into your type of music.
Unfortunately, we didn't get up here in time for the sunset, but we'll definitely wake up tomorrow morning for the sunrise because the views up here is pretty epic. But we're just looking for a camping site to set up our tents at the moment because everywhere here is just granite. Rocks and stones everywhere, so you can't really camp here because you can't peg down the tent. So just gonna walk further down that way. James and Matt has already gone that side to check out some places.
Sometimes the location may not be ideal for setting up tents. You just need to find ways to improvise and make things work.
Well, there's a pit fire over there and there's dirt. There is room to pitch a tent.
Just there?
No, back.
Okay.
What is room?
Can't really camp here.
Oh, did you see where
Your bags are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I wonder if that's enough
Like there's
space
a
though.
bit of dirt and...
Is there enough for 3 tents though?
Yeah, I think probably better than anywhere else we're going to find in the dark.
Never put your head torch in the middle of your pack.
That's what I did, so.
Did you find anywhere over there?
No, fuck no. It's too dark.
This place isn't perfect.
Too rocky.
We'll be able to get some peaks in.
This is the most ridiculous tent setup we've ever done. Because this is the only patch of ground that we can actually set up our tents. I don't even have enough ground, so I have to use rocks. So hopefully my tent will stand up tonight, but it should be okay. Rocks, but it works.
We improvise around here.
Food is something I'm still trying to figure out, as it needs to be small, lightweight, and be able to be stored for the period of time you are out. Sometimes the requirements conflict with the deliciousness of the food, but when you're hiking long distances, the calorie is more important than how it tastes, especially when you're hungry and tired. Food usually tastes better when you're hungry, but I've tried some pretty nasty stuff before from many years of trial and error. So you just have to make do and make better choices next time. I try to plan as much as possible for my photography, but unfortunately I don't always have the time to do so on my trips, as I'm usually constantly moving. And so a lot of my photography is spontaneous, reacting to the location, time, and light, and what is happening around. I will usually run around the place looking for as many compositions as possible because the light is always shifting and changing. The thing about travel, documentary, or landscape photography is that I cannot control everything. So I have to react and adapt to the moment.
I just woke up for the sunrise this morning up the top of a mountain. Last night was really windy, so it was really hard to sleep. You can just hear the wind just coming in and out. And yeah, it's really noisy. And also, last night, rats tried to steal our food while we were having dinner. So we'll learn for next time to look after our food or hide our food a little bit better. But yeah, that was an interesting experience. What did you say?
It was just my tent flapping.
Flapping?
Flapping in the wind.
Oh, right.
I needed some... need earplugs. It's starting to redden up. Already. That line.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to think what the best foreground is.
Yesterday we just got up here at sunset, so we didn't actually see the sunset. So it was pretty hard to scout for location to shoot for sunrise as well. So I am just quickly looking around, well, basically running around everywhere at the moment to try find where the best location to shoot is, because there are a lot of these cool rocks around which could be used as foreground. So James is looking around somewhere there. So he's got my other Fujifilm X-T3 camera. I've got my Fujifilm X-T4. So yeah, so it's good to have a second shooter. Just looking for locations and stuff. I'm just gonna keep running around because sunrise is coming in about maybe 10 minutes or so. You can see the sky. There we go. You can see it's starting to come. It's got that epic red happening. So I was predicting when I got up this morning that it could be pretty epic, because last time we had epic sunset, the clouds were kind of like this as well. So basically covering the whole sky, but the horizon is completely clear for the sunrise.
One of the key qualities of being able to adapt is the willingness to change. Change can be hard and sometimes seem impossible. It could take weeks, months, and even years of work and a lot of resources. The ability to adapt requires flexibility, open-mindedness, curiousness, and a good attitude towards challenges. The will drives creativity and action, which drives the ability to make change and adapt.
Holy shit, son!
Hiking and photography for me in a lot of ways resembles life. A lot of things I cannot control when I'm on a hiking trip. I can only focus on what I can control and make the best out of it with what I have and can do at the time. I have to balance and make compromises and adapt to different situations as it comes. And part of it is to take notes of the mistakes and improve on it next time. To a lot of people, camping on paper just doesn't sound like fun. Carrying heavy packs over long distances, sometimes enduring the cold and uncomfortable nights, and the lack of basic everyday facilities. And I have to agree, a large part of hiking is suffering and pain. But to me, it is all part of the fun. I find joy in the challenge of overcoming obstacles, making changes and improvements, finding solutions to problems and adapting to different situations. It is to me like a real-life video game, a puzzle I want to solve. The challenge of solving a problem after all is why we love playing games. The sense of accomplishment and joy after overcoming an obstacle. I hope this video can inspire you to view change and challenges a little differently and show you a glimpse of why I love hiking and photography. Thank you for watching.